What if three strangers showed up at your house, and before they left, your impossible prayer became a promise from God? A childless old man, a barren woman, and a promise that sounded impossible. But before the end of this story, God would prove that nothing is too hard for him. This is the true story of Abraham and how God fulfilled his promise. Abraham lived in the city of Ur with his wife Sarah. They were already old and Sarah had no child. But one day, God spoke to Abraham, "Leave your country, your people, and your father's house. Go to the land I will show you. I will make you a great nation." Genesis 12, 1-2. Abraham didn't argue. He didn't delay. He obeyed. He left everything behind and started walking into the unknown. Years passed, and still, no child. Abraham praying at night. Then God spoke again. "Look up at the sky and count the stars if you can. So shall your descendants be." Genesis 15:5. And the Bible says Abraham believed the Lord, and it was credited to him as righteousness. Genesis 15:6. But how would this promise ever come true? One day as Abraham was resting at the entrance of his tent, he looked up and saw three men standing nearby. Without hesitation, Abraham ran to them. He bowed low and said, "My Lord, if I have found favor in your eyes, do not pass your servant by. Let a little water be brought, and then you may all wash your feet and rest under this tree." Genesis 18:3-4. Abraham hurried. He asked Sarah to knead fine flour and make bread. He prepared a tender calf. He brought milk, curds, and meat, and he stood nearby as they ate. Then one of them spoke. "Where is your wife Sarah?" Abraham replied, "There in the tent." Then came the words that changed everything. The visitor spoke again. "I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah, your wife, will have a son." Genesis 18:10. Sarah was inside listening. She heard it, and she laughed, not because she disbelieved, but because she thought it was impossible. She was old. Abraham was old. Her body had passed the age. Then the visitor spoke again. Why did Sarah laugh? Is anything too hard for the Lord? Genesis 18:13-14. Silence filled the air. The question remained, is anything too hard for the Lord? And just as God had said, at the time he promised, Sarah gave birth to a son. They named him Isaac, which means laughter, because God turned Sarah's doubt into joy. God didn't just make a promise, he fulfilled it exactly as he said. Abraham started this journey with nothing but a word from God. Years later, 3 visitors came, and that promise became real, because God does not forget what he promises. And just like Abraham, you might be waiting on something that seems impossible, but remember this, if God said it, he will fulfill it. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Living Bible Adventures for more powerful Bible stories made simple and inspiring.